against. This is a green-black coffers list. Somehow we haven't done Icetill coffers yet. We've done Icetill in so many decks, and I was reflecting a lot on Cabal Coffers in the Umori deck that we've been playing against a bunch. There's a really dedicated Umori gamer. Their name is escaping me, escaping against 5 letters. It ends with an L. Their name is escaping me, but honestly, like their build has not looked too bad. But the thing is, like Umori is just so clearly not better than playing Fatal Push and Karn and like Cling to Dust Sheoldred's Edict. It's just every time I play against it, it's just so clear Umori is not optimal in the deck. But one card I have really liked when I played against that version of Coffers is Resentful Revelation. This is a 2-mana sorcery, very simple card. Look at the top 3 cards of your library, 1 goes to the hand, rest go to the graveyard, and it flashes back for 7 mana. Pretty innocuous, but this deck would not work without this card. It's because like Icetill Explorer, of course, in theory, is very good with Cabal Coffers, right? Where you are going to be able to play it, you're going to be able to get not only a lot of lands in play, but you're also going to be able to like dig for Cabal Coffers Urborg with the Icetill to assemble this to make tons of mana. The problem is, in a deck like this that can make a lot of mana, that's playing a bunch of removal spells, discard spells, Icetill can be a huge trap, where you can make a lot of mana, but when your 4-drop, when all your 4-drop does is make mana, in a deck like this, you're going to flood out too often. You're going to not have anything to do. Resentful Revelation, having flashback and also Cling to Dust, so you just have 7 card draw spells to mill over with Icetill. All of a sudden turns Icetill into a combination ramp card advantage engine, where you are able to dump these cards in your deck, fill up your graveyard really hard, and make a ton of mana to flash these back and find dig for card, dig for Emrakul, or dig for interaction. And this has been a really good formula so far. So I have loved this package of the Cabal Coffers with Icetill Revelation. It has felt really, really good. We've had multiple like turn 5 cast Karn plus cast Mindslaver after playing Icetill. It has been a real treat. Since yesterday, I have made some changes to the list. We had 2 Sylvan Scryings in the main deck yesterday, and then after test, and we also had an Emrakul the Aeons torn in the sideboard. I guess let me talk a little bit about how the sideboard needs to be constructed. So at the time of commenting here, it's my principle here that it's very important that you have some cards that you can cut your fatal pushes for against decks like Tron, against decks like Control, against Titan, against Storm. Although against Storm you cut Edicts instead. Against Storm, against Belcher. There's like a long list of decks where you just don't want to be playing this many removal spells. And you can bring in a few, or like 1 or 2 of your other like 2 to targets in a lot of these matchups. So it's not like you just have to have like too many, but you need to have some. And so yesterday I had an Emrakul the Aeons torn, which I didn't really love. The Emrakul, either Promised It or Aeons torn, is also, it's important in the deck, so you're not just super cold to Surgical or Pithy Needle on Karn. I didn't realize how weak we were to that yesterday. We got by it a couple times. Didn't really end up being the difference, I think, between losing and winning a match. Maybe one match. But now we've got an Emrakul. You could sideboard this, but I think I'm liking it in the main deck also, just as a different angle of attack over the Sylvan Scrying. This way also it's not occupying the sideboard slot, which is a problem, right? Because your sideboard is already so taxed that having a card that's just not good in all of these matchups I described earlier be in the sideboard it's a little bit weird. So we have Emrakul to like be able to beat Surgical on Karn, and then also I really wanted access to Blast Zone. Not only as a way to kill Pithing Needle, but just as a way to loop it with Icetill. It's really strong, very good against Boros. Surprisingly versatile. You can even activate this for a lot. I wanted 1 copy, and so I was kind of looking like, okay, what land are we going to cut if we cut a land for the Blast Zone? But I really just did not want to cut any of these lands. I don't think we can go down on our number of green sources. I don't want to go down on our number of fetches. I don't want to go down on our number of basics. I think the Takenuma is so important. And another thing I kind of realized too is like we have 4 Revelation, we have 4 Explore, we have 4 Pillage. We have a lot of 1 and 2 mana removal. So like we have a lot of turn 1 and 2 plays. And so while I did like the Sylvan Scryings, I did like being able to scrying for Takenuma in the late game, I ended up just cutting both Sylvan Scryings, 1 for a Blast Zone and 1 for an Emrakul. And then As far as that sideboard slot for cutting removal spells post board, I do think Duress is the best option. I was thinking a lot about this. I know it's very simple, but I'm like, these Duresses are like really nice to have against Neoform, Storm, Tron, Belcher, which are like the main matchups you want them for. And they're not bad against Titan either. They're like actually I think really nice for our game plan in all of these matchups. I don't think that there is a better card. If you think there's a better card, let me know. And then as far as the tutor targets go, so I mean, maybe there's a lot more changes than I realized, but I ended up feeling like I did really want Grafdigger's Cage for Neoform. We had like I think a little bit of a lapse in our sideboarding for Neoform. Not that we played against it yesterday, just looking at it a little bit closer. And then it's nice that Cage is also like it. You know, it stops Gorios, it stops all the reanimation stuff you would normally want to get Nihil Spellbomb for. It can lock down Flage if you needed to lock down Flage, although not for as much value as Nihil Spellbomb does. And then also, like, you do run into Yawgmoth enough that like getting Cage against Yawgmoth is going to be nice. So we're playing a Cage, we're not playing a Nihil Spellbomb or Tormod script. So with the Cling to Dust in the main deck, it's not that big a deal. Also, Cling to Dust lets you loop some of your Karn targets sometimes, which is pretty fun little synergy. And then I also added a Torpor Orb. I ended up cutting the Phoenix Fleet Airship. It didn't seem like it was a really important to have a good grindy 4-drop. There was a couple times where I thought about getting it. I don't even know if it was even right in any of those times I thought about getting it. But I decided I wanted a Torpor Orb over the other options. The other options we could put in this spot are like, you know, a Nihil Spellbomb, a Walking Ballista, a Sundering Titan. But another thing too is we don't have like I think being able to go Karn into Torpor Orb and then either Karn into like Coating or Stonebrain against Titan is pretty good. I think it's a pretty good plan against them. Maybe Mindslaver. Oh, dang it! What did I just grab? I grabbed the orb. I think it's pretty good. And then I also think that just getting orb against the Quantum Riddler decks can be pretty good a lot of the time. Although more so Esper than Jeskai since they can play Flage. But I think the orb is going to be a little bit better for us than something like Walking Ballista. Yeah, I'm a bit bummed to cut the Airship too, but it just didn't test all that well yesterday. So I think I'm really happy with the way the deck has evolved here. I think you know we were probably 7 or 8 cards different from yesterday, and it feels like every card is now like really intentional. We're feeling a little more confident in it here too. I think if this is obviously any other land, it's an easy keep. I think we should just mulligan. Go to 5. Probably would like that 7 over most 5s, although this is an interesting 5. So I think we keep 1 fetch land, 1 Overgrown Tomb, and Edict. Kitty with the 33 months, welcome back. Maybe second fetch land's a bit better, so I could surveil like twice. To me, Onyx was the first example of how good black can legitimately be a good guy color. So good guy's color. It went all in on the drain with Universe Beyond. I guess I'm a little confused. Like, are you talking about like thematically, like Professor Onyx is a protagonist and Liliana is a good guy? Because you know what? Liliana might be a protagonist, or I would say she is a protagonist, and Liliana definitely is like a anti-hero kind of. But she sure didn't she side with Nicol Bolas, you know? I think sympathetic villain, anti-hero Liliana. Right, a little bit of value there. She also killed him. Wait, Liliana killed Nicol Bolas? Sugar Daddy with the 66 months. Next month will be very funny. Darko with the 33. Kitty, Sugar Daddy mogging you with double the sub value here. Think she was sided with Bolas because she was forced due to her demonic packs. Next time I get a traffic ticket, I'll be like, your officer, I had to go 60 in a school zone. I've got demonic packs. So we get to retest the Jeskai matchup here. It was pretty fun last time. My opponent bolts in or shocks in a Steam Vents. Why did I say bolt? Is Torment of Hailfire good if it's Liliana's ult? No. I think I'm gonna upkeep Fatal Push here. So if they have Ephemerate, they have to use. I'm like really happy if they Ephemerate here. I think, and they're kind of representing a counter spell, which gets the Fatal Push anyways if it's like a Spell Pierce. They just passed the turn. So let's hope they don't have a strict Serenade, but beyond that, the I guess it's still a 2-for-1. Tiger with the 41 months. Lots of resubs. Really appreciate you guys. You know, I'm so happy y'all are still here after all this time, and I love getting to do what I do, and I do appreciate y'all sticking with me. Thought I'm playing some No Banless Modern, now that's a Moto. What? No Banless Modern is on Magic Online? Where is it? Okay, let me know where it is, and yeah, I'm interested. Every time I resub, you ignore me? Really? No, that's not true, Draven. I respond to your messages more than most people's. Tomorrow? Okay, yeah. Okay, no, tomorrow's Magic Online maintenance. Tomorrow's Magic Online maintenance. So, I am at the moment not planning on. I'm not going to stream tomorrow. I can't. I'm helping my friend move. But Thursday, no banless modern sounds pretty fun, honestly. They have double discharge. No! Oh my god, I did not mean to get a mortuary here. And I'm even like stacking it wrong, but. Oh, I milled. I guess I could Takenuma back maybe, but. No, I don't have. I meant to have Sheoldred's Edict up for second Thalia. Sorry about that. We do mill a Revelation, which is nice. Any first thoughts on what to play? I'd probably play Phoenix Stimulich. No, but that sounds really fun. I'm like kind of super down. Like, especially like play some No Banless Modern and like between rounds of the challenge Friday, Monday, and then just go back to Brews on Tuesday. Sounds really fun. I'm honestly probably gonna build like 7 decks tomorrow. That's great news. I don't know. It sounds really fun to me. I don't. No Banless Modern queues on Magic Online. People have been wanting for a long time. Hope you tune in or don't. Do whatever you want. It's your time. Dr. Obot, the 49 months. Icetill Dark Depths loading. Hell yeah. Ice in my till, Cabal, my coffee. Hell yeah. Well, Icetill Explorer unanswered. I think they've got a Galvanic Discharge, I would guess. I was a little bit upset about my misclick last turn, but if my opponent just has the ability to do nothing, then I guess we're okay. Haven't found an Urborg yet. Cast Explore. I have one more Overgrown Tomb in the deck, so I think I'm going to grab it in response to this trigger so I don't accidentally mill it. Usually you have an Urborg by this point, so you'd like, you aren't out of fetchables like this. See if I can find another Coffers or an Urborg off of this draw. 1, 2, 3, 5, 8. So I can go tap this for 8 mana. Yeah, I think instead I'm just gonna flash back the Revelations probably, and hold up Edict. Yeah, we ended up cutting the Scryings. Haven't really missed them. I'm gonna grab the Edict since in theory we can play the other coffers off the Icetill next turn. Doesn't exactly feel like the Icetill is going anywhere, does it? I think I'm not attacking either. You don't want a single Ghost Quarter in this list to complement the Karn coding lines? No, not really. Karn coding is not a very important part of the process, but also I think this game is a really good example of why we don't want Ghost Quarter in the deck. We're just always hungry to play more regular lands. And we want to have as many regular lands in play like throughout the entire game, so we're able to like churn through our deck with the Revelations and the Cling to Dusts. We're really interested in just making sure we always have max lands in play, and like obviously Ghost Quarter I still can be good, but I think it's just not really how this deck likes to play. It's also like not good on the mana, right? But you could play it over the Blast Zone, but I think the Blast Zone is more on plan. I do think there's a pretty high chance our opponent has a Consign or a Serenade. No Urborg yet. Not that it's super important. We'll still have a land drop available. Let's go ahead and flash back a... Oh, I don't have another Revelation. I thought I did. I think I'm still playing around 1 mana blue counterspell here. I think second Karn is gonna be better than Thoughtseize because it plays better around counterspell this turn because I could just play the second. But if they have 2 of the 1 mana counterspells, it's a nightmare if I grab the Thoughtseize. Now I am a mana short of getting one of my really good 8 drops here. I guess I cited out one of the 8 drops, didn't I? I don't have any lands I can play for value, and I haven't found an Urborg. So I have 7 mana. What can I do with 7 mana? I could just grab a Leveler. I could just grab a Mindslaver. Yeah, I think just cast my... Like, they just can't get this off the field, really, without Teferi. Just cast it. I also still have a Takenuma in my deck, by the way. I think I'll save this to block Dash Ragavan. I know I still have a land drop, but I have no land. I mean, I guess I could play a land just for the Urborg. I'm a little bit worried about milling my Takenuma, though. Yeah, I have a land drop. I have no fetchables left, and I only have fetch lands to play. They discard a Felia, and they discard an Ephemerate. So I am out of Karn, so it is like... It's really important that I find the Takenuma if the Mindslaver doesn't get there, but the Mindslaver gets there. Very weird draw on their part. I think on the draw I won all 4 Fatal Push. We were on the play last time we played the matchup, and I cut 1 for a Duress. But I think on the play I just won all of them. Or on the draw I won all of them for Ragavan and Felia. Flage also. I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick while our opponent sideboards. Okay, on the draw for game 2 here. Evan with the 2 months. Welcome back. Love iced coffee. Me too, although I guess I can't really drink it anymore with my digestion problems. I'm all tea now. Uh-oh, they got a monkey. Ban Ragavan. Pioneer got support. For a long time, it felt like Pioneer was just the only format Wizards cared about supporting, and now they don't. It doesn't feel like they care about it at all. They got a second Ragavan. I guess we'll take Felia. Maybe I just keep all 4 Fatal Push on the play anyways. Just like, it feels like we mainly lose to like fast Ragavan, fast Felia starts. They flip over a Marsh Flats. Opponent passes back. Any Bog Pillagers in the chat? I think we cling our own... Maybe I should be planning to cling their Flage. Yeah, I think I just surveil and then cling their Flage here. Let me try to pillage into a push next turn. Keep that on top because it doesn't do anything if Ragavan hits it. Bad if they have Consign, I guess. Wish they unban Grieve for my Necropotence. Well, I think that wish will... Oh, they don't play the Flage. Interesting. Maybe hardcast Solitude up. I think we hold there. So now it'd be kind of okay if I just got any land here. Okay, maybe not Cabal Coffers, but... if I don't find Fatal Push, a land to just play Icetill to block can be okay. Although they can kill it with Flage if I block, but maybe that's okay also. I don't find a land, I do find a Fatal Push. They do have a backup Ragavan. Remember 2-year standard, the good old days. I mean, some of those standards were pretty bad, I think, but I definitely have some fun spots. I think my favorite standards ever were RTR Innistrad was my favorite by a lot. I also really liked, I think it was Call Time Shadows over Innistrad. I just really liked the Gearhulk deck so much. I don't know if there's another standard that I've like really loved besides those. Arborolf Pass, great username. Give yourself a round of applause. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. Appreciate you as well. Huh, not a land, but another Fatal Push. A land would have been better so we could Edict this turn and then go Icetill land next turn maybe. Scars over Innistrad or Shadows over Innistrad soon. Yeah, I thought it was pretty good. What are y'all? I played a bunch of like I don't remember which one it was, but the first Pro Tour the second Pro Tour I qualified for was with Teferi Hero of Dominaria in Team Unified Standard. That was a pretty fun format. Do I mean Kaladesh? I do mean Kaladesh. I don't know what I said, but I do mean Kaladesh. Is Standard not good? Well, I just haven't been playing Standard. I don't know what the hell's going on over there. Ah, Charmal. So hopefully we can find some lands. I'm going to... I guess I'm going to Cling to Dust for a card, so I can try to go draw a land and Edict. We've had so many lawn lands in a row. I mean, it's kind of gambler's fallacy a little bit. I guess I'll cast the Thoughtseize. Now we're probably going to lose this game. Yeah, we're pretty dead. We're going to 1 next turn. Bummer. Game 3. I'm gonna keep it in the pushes, I think. Especially with seeing that they're on Charmal on the side. I mean, they've got a lot of things that are good to Duress too, but I think we can maneuver. I said call time? Oh, I see. Yeah, we decided to try a league with Professor Onyx over Emrakul, since we had a lot of chatters who say, I've played so much of this archetype and Onyx is really good, and we haven't cast it yet. But it seemed to be fun. Push because of Charmal. Not push because of Charmal, no Duress because of Charmal. Push, just for Ragavan and Flage and Felia. Okay, definitely keeping this. Just a joke. Do you Texans here in New England? We are in a blizzard this week. Yeah, I know you're all in a blizzard. I've been watching Amy the Amazonian. Yesterday she had a bird watching stream where she was there were birds on her windowsill, and it was very, very peaceful stream. Then I caught Esther watching her stream instead of mine in the middle of the day. I've never experienced betrayal like that before. I guess they were on the draw. Come on, justice one time. I need some justice here. Thank you. All right, here, have some black mana, opponent. All right. Yeah, I do think this gamer usually plays control, but I'm just keeping this in the blind. Okay. Breeding Poltamio, so maybe like an affinity style deck. No 0-drop over there. Did I build goblins with Vials Rituals? Yeah. Both of the goblins we played had both, and I do think you should be playing both. I do think that there's a lot to like about goblins. I think it's just it's still like it feels to me like it's probably a couple cards away from being a reasonable modern deck. It's like it is like it's pretty close, I think. Just not quite there. Seems like I want an Icetill before the Karn here, right? Yeah, I think we need the Icetill to pop off a bit. Need a second hierarch and a good 2-drop. I honestly like another goblin like Mud Button Curse Tosser. I'd much rather have than a hierarch. I guess we're probably getting rebuked, aren't we? How many explorers is this? Okay, so now we're not too worried about rebuke. It's probably just could maybe be something else here. Am I dead this turn? Dead to 2 more spells here. Oh, I do have Cling to Dust up, I guess. So dead the Galvanic Blast. So this is just for prowess triggers. So Cling basically counters these prowess triggers. We go to 1. Draw another copy of Icetill. So Icetill is basically -1 mana, potentially plus a bunch if we build another Coffers. So how much mana do I have right now? So right now I have 9 mana, which is exactly enough to go Pillage the Bog into Karn explosives and sack the explosives. Where if I Icetill, yeah, so I go Icetill, play 2 more lands. Oh wait, no, is Icetill mana positive? So I go Icetill, Delta Marsh Flats, and then I have I guess each of these is +2. As each of these is +2 mana. So it should be mana neutral. And then again, potentially I mill Coffers right here and go crazy, but oh my gosh. I actually hold on. Coffers doesn't do anything here because I can't. I have to tap it so I can pillage the bog. Well, that's not true. I can. Maybe I want to cling a bunch instead and like Revelation. So I could go 14 mana. I can only cling 2 times. I could go Revelation once. Yeah, I guess it was. We'll go pillage looking for Karn instead. Yes, this is exactly enough to go Karn explosives. Oh no, but then I don't have the mana up to sack at instant speed. So which is not a big problem, I guess, because they have no cards in their hand. Oh, I guess sorry, I have 1 more mana than I thought I did. So maybe I can go maybe I just get Ensnaring Bridge. Yeah, with the Icetill and Play Bridge should be safer. So we are dead to Galvanic Blast and Sink. Because they can go attack, then sink in combat. Don't need to fetch Urborg. Yeah, when I say fetch, I just mean we just play fetch land from the graveyard. I'm not going to crack the fetch, I know. We can't bridge, they'll attack with 2. Well, these have 2 power. They have 1 power creature here. They can't swap they can't move the steel cutters. We have Karn in play. We should have played the other Icetill first for the extra mill. And I think I just ballisted them, right? Oh, I don't have enough mana. Should have Mindslavered. I think it's okay. I also shouldn't have tapped the other one. Oh, well, there's the Onyx. Cool. So a +1. No problems with that I can see. I don't think there's any problem with a +1 right now. Cling to dust first, I guess. Am I playing paper for RCQ season after Easter or not? Probably. All right, so I lose 1. You lose 1 when you +1. Why? Also, why do you lose 1? What's the dealio? Yeah, this is definitely very experimental. We're out of blast range. We should be in pretty safe now. Maybe Flame of Anor or something like that can get me. Yeah, Flame of Anor would get me. Notably, I think Emrakul would have been better than Onyx here, right? If we're still thinking about that. I think I'm gonna go down 1 Edict for 1 Duress. Seems like a plan. Pay 1 because there's a price to power and knowledge. Well, I mean, isn't it just studying? Need Vexing Bubble side. I need anybody who suggests an artifact to add. Suggest a sideboard card to cut. As far as Vexing Bubble goes, we have Soulless Jailer to stop living end, and Soulless Jailer is also really important for Storm. And against Neoform, we have Grafdigger's Cage. So, like, what base is not covered that Vexing Bauble would cover? Okay, definitely keep it this. Why no Culling Ritual? I mean, we have 8 4-drops already. Karn is already a bunch of sweepers. It's, like, just very awkward on the mana curve, I think, to be playing Culling Ritual. And then another thing, too, is it's, like, being a Fatal Push deck. Oh, sorry, just thinking here. If they draw land and then they cast Imri, they can't. Yeah, the equip is also kind of awkward. Yeah, I think we just take it. Being a Fatal Push Karn deck means that we have a bunch of removal spells we need to cut in a bunch of matchups, and so you need to have stuff like Duress in the sideboard so you can do that. When you start to add Culling Ritual to your deck, oh come on, dude. When you start to add Culling Rituals and stuff like that to your deck, then all of a sudden that dynamic gets really exacerbated. That dynamic gets really exacerbated where not only do you have Fatal Pushes in the deck that you need to get rid of, you need to also cut your Culling Rituals in a lot of matchups. So it's almost like every time you add something like a Culling Ritual, you have to remove 2 cards, or like it costs you 2 cards to add something like a Culling Ritual. Soulless Jailer versus Living End is like Grafdigger's Cage versus Living End. Okay, versus Living End, but not versus Shardless Agent and Ardent Plea. So Jailer stops those, but it's true if they I mean, I guess it's not. It also stops the spin. It stops them from casting Living End because Living End always gets cast from exile. I know it's kind of funny though. So they've got a Rebuke. I don't see why we shouldn't keep playing around it. Yeah, we'll take a Duress so we can try to go Duress Karn. All right, tempting. How do you feel about plussing here? I think I kind of like an old +1. They've only got 1 card in their hand. Seems really tough. We don't get to minus the card next turn. They don't have Metal Craft for Galvanic Blast. Okay, this was bad against Unholy Heat. So they also get a token. That was their last card there. Still in pretty good shape, I guess. Pretty good draw. A Revelation to play around Unholy Heat. Sure. Don't say I never gave anything, or don't say I never did nothing for you. We gotta get some reps in with the card, right? I don't know if it's if it's not the right thing to take here, it's probably not correct in the deck. Triggers the Onyx, protects the Onyx, thinks it's okay. When it's up like this, so I have 2 men up on their turn for Edict. Does die to Unholy Heat here, huh? I guess I'll Pillage the Bog, which means I'm tapped out of Edict on their turn. I already have a Cling in the yard, so I'll go for a Revelation. Try to stop that from double spelling next turn, maybe. Oh, that's what they wanted to double spell next turn. Okay. Have I lost my Takenuma already? Looks like I still have Takenuma in the deck. Clean the turn off heat. I couldn't in that spot. They had 5 types. All right, 2-0. Oh, let's go. Umori about to be revealed. So my Fatal Push and my Edict are dead, except for Umori. So this is like a mull to 5. I guess I'm gonna mulligan here, even though they play so many discard spells. This hand's a lot better. I'm gonna not keep the Urborg because we're playing the Coffers Mirror. Yeah, so yeah, Onyx gets around Consign, which is nice, but you know, every time we cast Onyx, we need to ask ourselves, would Emrakul have been better? So far, Emrakul 2 for 2 would have been better. Okay, those Dreams of Steel and Oils are dead. Though my opponent doesn't know that. Path of Peril, dead. I guess maybe they can kick it. 2-0, playing against Walry, the Umori Coffers Master. I get punished for putting back my Urborg, but it's tough in the Coffers Mirror, right? So I get to Millicling, which is nice. I think they're probably favored in the matchup because I guess I probably play more removal and their removal is more live than mine anyways. Kind of funny to think about. Definitely want to plot this so they can't. So if I like grab a Icetill or if I grab a Karn, they can't just take it with his Dreams. I think I forgot to close out of the other Marsh Flats. So spins a Profane Tutor. So I can cast Karn this turn. I can't cast Icetill. They've already used both copies of Dreams of Steel and Oil. But yeah, I think we'll just get Coating here. I don't think they have many answers to Karn. Yeah, this is our second league today. Well, then maybe the Profane Tutor gets it. They play a Coffers. Maybe they just have Bloodchief's Thirst. Damn it, dude. Okay, I'll just draw another card. So my opponent's... I don't know what my opponent's going to Profane Tutor for. Is it... Maybe it's actually just good to like make them get another Bloodchief's Thirst. I don't think it is. Rat's a viable deck now that we have a true Rat King. The Rat King is just good by itself. Although, you know, there is another really good rat, right? The one that like Goblin Ringleaders for at 3 mana. That one is pretty good, isn't it? Oh, dude, they go blank. I didn't think they were gonna get another discard spell. The exile in my graveyard is so insane here. Also, insane blowout. Insane blowout. I guess I graveyard this since we've got no action. Just totally chose wrong on the Karn, I guess. Hard to play around Go Blank. 5 mana. They Wildest Dreams to return Profane Tutor and Cabal Coffers. I draw a swamp. Yeah, we have Professor Onyx in our deck. They don't. Suspends a Profane Tutor. Interesting, our opponent decides to play the basic forest. Culling Rituals my Liquimetal Coating. Alright, now we can answer Umori. Getting Thirst for Karn is surely better for us than them getting Thoughtseize. Well, did we think that they had much reason to get Thoughtseize? Like, they don't have any reason to suspect I've got a Karn. I would think that they would get something more proactive. Although I didn't know what that was. Is there a Karn target that's like draw 3 cards? Yeah, Cityscape Levelers like draw 3 cards. Ballistic can be like draw 3 cards. Mindslaver is like draw 10. As far as actual 3 cards, no. Well, I mean, I think we're about to get Torment of Hailfired here. Yeah, we're dead. We're dead. We know that one's in the deck. So I might play like one Sheoldred's Edict for Umori. I might have to. We can board in the Ballista. Maybe I'll just board in the Leveler too. I might bring in Jailer for Profane Tutor if it didn't stop my own Icetills. Flute maybe is okay. Might as a 1/1/1. I think I'm gonna like Flute. Maybe I board in Stonebrain. All right, let's see if Walry has a way to win besides um the the big thing. Torment of Hailfire. So I think it might just be okay. There's a Titania's Command. And there's also a Lair of the Hydra. Yeah, okay. I think Stormhail since looting a ban. Speaker is synergistic with it. It really telegraphs the play. But I haven't explored it now. It could be interesting. All right, on the play. Yeah, opponent says, well, they're lucky to top deck the Duress. That was definitely the game-winning draw there. All right, well, keep the Duress. Funny how good Duress is in this matchup, of course. Actually, I think I might just Duress now. Like, getting Profane Tutor just could be the end of the game here. But they have 2 Profane Tutors. Go blank is nuts. I guess I need to take the Rain of Tears. Tap unless you can control an island or a swamp. Okay. They suspend a Profane Tutor. We're plotting. Thanks for the raid, Gab. Hope you're doing well today. We're playing the Coffers Mirror here. I've been really liking this deck a lot. Although this is Walry, the Umori Coffers master. Gonna get Go Blanked here, I think. Okay, another Revelation. Yeah, I've been liking the deck a lot. It was good yesterday, and we made some changes. Everyone who has played Coffers, the Coffers Discord came and said Professor Onyx is better than Emrakul. So far, Emrakul would have been better both times, but we're giving it a go. So there's another Duress. Let's go ahead and I think play the Coffers, then Pillage the Bog. So there's an Urborg for the coffers. We could go explore into Urborg, into Revelation maybe this turn. But if I play the Urborg, they can Profane Tutor for their own coffers, which is a bit of a headache, I suppose. Yeah, it doesn't seem like maybe I just get like a Delta, so I go Explore, get Overgrown Tomb Delta. Yeah. Maybe I guess you just get Overgrown Tomb instead. I already have a fetch land in the yard for Icetill. We just have like a natural coffers here a little bit. I think that's probably what you want to prioritize in the matchup here. So they have a Profane Tutor coming off suspend. I think I have to take the insanely powerful Go Blank here. And then, sorry, they do have a Blood Chief's Thirst. I mean, I think I just have to take Karn. Probably not really much to think about here. Yeah, they have Blood Chief's Thirst to kill my Planeswalkers. I dropped my my wedding ring. And they found a Duress. They may have tutored Duress here with may have tutored it with the Profane Tutor. They plot another tutor here, so I'm -1 Karn. Let's pillage first, I guess. I do find a Karn. I find a Karn, and I know that they've got a Blood Chief's Thirst in their hand, so I guess we'll take the Karn. Thoughtseize the Thirst. Play Karn. I think I might be interested in grabbing Soulless Jailer first to stop the Profane Tutor from coming down. Just getting Coating is also probably really good. But the thing is they get another Blood Chief's Thirst. Yeah, sure. They'll probably kill this with Gaze of Granite too. I don't know where it rolled off to. I guess I could do it after the stream. Decided to look at Professor. I don't understand it in any case being stronger than Emrakul. The one idea is that it's better against Consign. It seems like a lot of it seems to be kind of vibe based. I asked for a lot of people to give me like analysis on it. I got a lot of comments that were like, "It's good, man. Just trust me, it's good." So I felt like it was gonna be fun to try, but I agree. It doesn't seem like it's better. So they get the Urborg to turn on my coffers. Weird to do this when I'm the only one with coffers in play. So do I have enough mana to Mindslaver now? I'm 1 short. So I guess let's see if we find another coffers. No, we should still have 9 mana here though. So I guess we go Flashback the Revelation. Put another one of these in my hand. This can't kill Planeswalkers, can it? Oh, it can. We already discarded the Go Blank. Ask opponent for list. I'll just opponent's been trophying. I'll paste your list in the chat here. Yeah, I thought this was templated like what's the card? The 3 mana enchantment that was always bad in Legacy, but people used to play in Legacy that would sacrifice to destroy permanents. I can never remember the name of that one. So here's Gaze of Granite, Umori, 2 mystery cards. One of them is a Dark Petition. They'll have 3 mana after this. They have a second Go Blank in their deck. It'll be insane. They get Cabal Coffers, then they make a bunch of mana. 7 mana here. Pernicious Deed, thank you. Their hand is Gaze of Granite, Umori, mystery card. What is the mystery card, I wonder? Umori is cast. They name sorcery. And then their last card is Blood Chief's Thirst. Okay. I guess we should cling first. Oh, sorry, I should have targeted the flashback spell. Whatever. Although maybe not. Maybe I want to flash it back next turn. Control your mind. I guess the Jailer's turning it off here. Can I Gaze of Granite, kill Umori, Inquisition, and Surveil 2? So this costs 6 mana to... Costs 6 mana to kill the Umori. I would need the other green to be tap for green. Looks like I'm a little short. Don't know how important it is to kill the Umori. Just take the gaze. Let's think about it for a little bit. I feel like killing the Umori is kind of nice. I don't have that much removal in my deck. I also want to kill the Jailer, I think. I know that they have a Revelation in the yard, but I have a Cling to Dust. I think we graveyard that, a little bit of value. So right now this is 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 mana. 14, this is 15 mana. Which is enough to Mindslaver again, because I get to go... everyone in chat rejoice, by the way. I get to loop Mindslaver here, so I get to go Cling to Dust. I think I'm going to exile their Revelation. Exile the Mindslaver as part of the escape cost for Cling to Dust. Play the land. Karn, Mindslaver. Oh my gosh! Sorry, I thought I didn't have enough mana. Cast the Mindslaver. I didn't count for the activation cost. That's okay. I don't know that our play is actually any different. Yeah, they just drew a land for turn. Oh, there. Did I leave? I don't think I left any flashback spell in the yard. Is there a point in Mindslavering? What do you want to do instead? I guess. I don't think we don't think we have anything better, but this is like a time walk, and it's in a lot of ways it's better than a time walk, and it's pretty good in these kind of spots. Do I have enough mana to Ballista them? I just don't have enough mana to Ballista them, I think. That could probably get the job done. They're surveilling here. I want to get a Cityscape to win. I mean, Cityscape it has nothing to ever target them, right? Like, I think I just want to loop Mindslaver until I Ballista them, and it seems like it'll be pretty easy to do that. Especially against the all sorcery deck. Like, there's just nothing they can ever do. Seems like there's just no way for them to do anything. Yeah, now I can just Ballista them next turn. So I think I'll just go play the Coffers, show I have now enough to Ballista next turn, grab the Ballista. Oh, I boarded in the Ballista. And I just milled it. Damn it. No. Okay, get coding. I know I can get it back with Karn, but I couldn't do it this turn. Wait, why can't I activate the village here? Am I not controlling them? I didn't Mindslaver myself, did I? Okay, why can't I activate this? Oh, only as a sorcery. Okay, thanks. I guess I can graveyard this and I kill the Coffers. It doesn't really matter. Keep that on top. Okay, opponent packs it in. Not the cleanest there. I forgot I boarded in the Ballista because they have like nothing for me to kill. Okay, game 3 on the draw. Let's go. Is it Murktide seeing play modern? Some people still play Is it Murktide. I think you can play Is it Murktide and have a reasonable record, although I think for the most part, Dimir, like Flash or Dimir Frog is better. I'll do one more once over on the floor. Yeah, I dropped my wedding ring. I guess I'm going to be digging this afternoon. All right, keep. Maybe they'll play an Urborg for me. Okay, we don't see the Urborg we were hoping to see. Easy to take the Rain of Tears, though. They could exile my Leveler, not that big a deal. Just kind of a card we boarded in because they have no creatures or planeswalkers. Well, love to draw green source for next turn. So they're gonna get a Coffers because they know I have a Coffers. Right, my one Edicts. Okay, passing back. So next turn we go Icetill, Marsh Flats, Marsh Flats. They'll probably go kick their Bloodchief's Thirst to kill my Icetill. The next turn we'll have maybe Coffers plus Revelation. Maybe Umori in their hand. Okay, I can explore for another land drop this turn. It's pretty good. So it's really bad if I mill my last Overgrown Tomb, so it's important I fetch in response to this trigger. Mill a Mortuary, mill a Delta. And now it's also really bad if I mill my last basic swamp, so it's important I fetch in response to this trigger. There's an Urborg. Again, not going to be enabling it here, but just play a Mortuary. Expecting them to Bloodchief's Thirst my Icetill. She's here! But just kind of like, we get like a 4-for-1 here, and it takes their whole turn. Assuming that nothing else has changed about their hand, right? Strategic Betrayal. Exiling my graveyard here is definitely really relevant. And then they still have a Bloodchief's Thirst to go after one of my Planeswalkers. Can I play both this turn? Can play both. I might want to Karn and then Stonebrain Bloodchief's Thirst. I do let them draw a card if I do that. I don't know that they can get rid of my Karn otherwise. I could go also Karn Coating the Coffers, and they would need to draw a land. They probably could draw a land. Why Liliana 6 cost instead of 3? This deck's really weird, but you would Liliana 3 mana is just not wouldn't be good in this deck. You want to be discarding your stuff. Your curve is too high. But we just needed an alternate win con, which Liliana the Veil isn't. You know, like another thing, those two cards just aren't even like comparable. I know they both are called Liliana, but I usually just wouldn't recommend even thinking that those two cards are in the same realm. Yeah, I think I'm going to Stonebrain Bloodchief's Thirst. A first for me. So they have a Gaze of Granite as their only way to get rid of a Planeswalker now. They have 2 Dark Petitions in their hand, and they're going to draw 2 new cards, one from the Stonebrain and one from their turn. Do I have enough to Mindslaver? Looks like I do. One short of also playing Liliana. Prof might be getting her first point of aiming this game. I don't think so. I think she's clearly worse again. I'm trying to be objective. Isn't she clearly worse again here? So maybe, can I go blank my opponent? Target player. Oh no. That's gotta be it, right? Okay, go blank is nuts. Jeez! Oh man, this is fun. Warmonger with the 31 months. Thank you. Welcome back. Appreciate you. Is Onyx better than New Ugin? You could play New. I think probably a little better than New Ugin. I don't think the New Ugin's like that good in the stack, but listen, she's not that bad, but I haven't particularly been impressed so far, and I just mostly think Emrakul would be better. She's fine. I think that we'll see how the rest of the league goes, of course, but I think I am likely to swap back to Emrakul. And so I guess we'll grab the Pillage since the Revelation goes to the yard. I thought I might want to grab it off the Onyx +1 though. No, this deck really doesn't want Ghost Quarter. We've talked about it a bunch, but it's very tough on the mana. It's very tough on the mana, and sorry, train of thought. It's very tough on the mana, and you just want to have infinite lands in play. With all of the Revelations and Cling to Dust, your late game looks like this. Your late game doesn't look like okay, they have a Inquisition, so I need to play the Ballista here. This is what your late game looks like. Your late game doesn't look like Ghost Quarter Icetill. I think that you're more happy with that while keeping better mana. Onyx is better in blue versions of Coppers. It's game ending combo with Consign. Oh, you replicate it? Right, cool. Yeah. And it sounds pretty fun. We played a little bit of it on the stream before, and I don't know, it just kind of seems like a fun thing to do for a stream. Okay, so on the draw against the Sewers, I've been liking these matchups. I guess I'm looking for like a 1-mana black spell, though I would Graveyard a Cling probably. Yeah, so I'll spend some time tomorrow, maybe tonight, building some deck lists for No Banlist Modern, and we'll just see how it goes. It might just not be a fun stream, might not be a fun format, but I'm interested in giving it a go, and keep that as well. I'm gonna be playing Golgari, Grave Sheoldred. I don't know. I'm gonna play Phoenix for sure. I'm probably gonna play some I'm gonna play cards I'm nostalgic for first, right? I don't think I'm gonna try to break it right away. I'm gonna try to, I think, just play like Arc like Phoenix and play like Mystic Sanctuary potentially. Just cards I miss playing, and then kind of move on from there. Pretty sure Eldrazi will be broken in No Banlist Modern. So people say this all the time. I think that this is obviously more true post Image 3, but I think Nadu is like almost for sure the best deck. I think Nadu is almost for sure the best deck. I actually think there's even a chance that Eldrazi is like underpowered. Hard to say for sure though. Yeah, I don't want to cast Pillage yet. Not Depths. Depths could be good, but I think Nadu's going to be the best. I mean, Nadu was the best deck in Modern's history. And like it gets better in No Banlist Modern too. I think I want to Pillage this turn. Casting Icetill is kind of tempting though. Okay, we do find a Coffers, thankfully. I'm going to slam Karn to try to get them to counter this without getting to consult the star charts, and then I can maybe Takenuma it back later. They do have Field of Ruin, but I've got Icetill as well, so I'm just totally down for them to use a counter spell here is all I'm trying to say. Nadu or Breach has got to be. Breach is like really not very high on the list for me, although I guess it does get better with the no ban list stuff, doesn't it? Yeah, maybe it's better than I think it is. We're talking about No Banlist Modern, which is coming to Magic Online tomorrow afternoon, but we'll be doing a stream with it Thursday, I think. What about Countertop Next Level Blue? I once qualified for was it a Pro Tour? I think it was an Arena Players Tour. I won a PTQ on Magic Online with Miracles on stream one time. I think no Hand Hider too. It was awesome. Long time ago. But I'm definitely very nostalgic for that. Yeah, Amulet Titan might be Amulet Titan might be the best deck. It might have like the most consistent turn 2 wins. I think I want to explore here. They don't have a wand, thankfully. We don't have fetch and response because the mill is good for us with all of our flashback spells, although we do mill a Karn, which is bad. A little bit weak to second Field of Ruin. I guess I'll just be able to surveil main phase because of wand. They showed us they don't have wand yet. And this also means that if they have field, they'll probably target a Coffers instead of the Urborg. Yeah, we'll keep that. Is Belcher / Oops not good in no balance? I mean, I don't know. There's just a lot of things that are good, and it's gonna be fun to try to figure this out. So tune in, I guess. All right. If I only find like a Thoughtseize, we'll probably lead on that. We don't find a Thoughtseize. We do find another Karn. Could maybe take Revelation instead, or Cling to Dust. I think I'll take another Karn. If their last 2 cards are both counter spells, then we would prefer to have gotten Cling, but that's okay, I think. We also can maybe mill something off the Takenuma here. Flashback spell. Okay, that's all the Karn. So now if this gets countered, we're all in on Onyx. They have 1 card in their hand. Okay. I'm gonna grab Leveler here. Is this deck tier? Well, as far as tiers go, I usually think that if we're talking about tiers, a tier deck is a deck that's like established in the format and people are playing and it's part of the metagame. This is a new brew that, I started playing yesterday, although it's an evolution of an archetype that exists. It's been very good. Our record with it is very good, and I would recommend it. As far as tier, it is not popular enough for me to consider it tier yet. They cling a Delta. Then they play a Watery Grave tapped. Is it really that slow if it gets Simian Spirit Guide Chromox? I mean, I don't know. I don't know. You don't know. We'll find out. You get to cast Mindslaver. Okay, so we're up a game. The plan against Dimir Flash has been to cut the Edicts and bring in Duress. And then if we think they have Harbinger, we should keep Edicts instead, although I think they most of the time don't have it. Curious what the Scam and Boris with Skull Clamp. Yeah, it's gonna be very fun, I think. I'll build, my goal will be to build like 7 decks or something, maybe a little less. What's this whole no ban list we're talking about? So no ban list modern is like kind of a fringe for fun format that some people play. And it's coming to Magic Online queues this week. And so with Turtles coming out Tuesday, I'm down to play it all stream Thursday, see how it goes, and maybe play some more Friday, Monday. Maybe even more than that. I will see. But I'm pretty excited. I think it just sounds like a lot of fun. You can have fun playing Magic the Gathering on occasion. All right, they got a Bowmaster. They do have a Field of Ruin. Bowmaster, Sheoldred Edict, Field of Ruin, Island. Birthing Pod. Birthing Pod is going to be pretty unplayable, unfortunately. All right, so I probably I guess I have Fatal Push now. I was thinking I just wanted to cycle to Cling to Dust in response to Bowmaster. Do I still want to do that? Let's go ahead and cycle the first Cling. Not really much downside in doing that. I think I'll Fatal Push here. Maybe I get a little bit punished if they have one. Is Oko Earl too slow? I think you can play these. I think you can play a control deck. I think that a lot of these decks do seem like they're really weak to like Force of Negation and or Subtlety. We'll figure it out. So it has Field of Ruin, Sheoldred's Edict Mystery card. Definitely want to take the Icetill knowing that they have a Field of Ruin in their hand. I think we graveyard that for a little bit of value. Could be okay to keep. What makes Revelation so good in the shell? So really the whole deck doesn't work without it. Is the short answer. The longer answer is that Revelation is very. Hold on. So I guess I play Cabal Coffers and I cast Karn with the intention of baiting them into fieldings and using the Edict, and then the Icetill will be clear to go. So the idea is that for Icetill Explorer to be good in this deck, or Icetill makes a ton of mana, right? You play a ton of lands, you find your Coffers Urborg, and you make a ton of mana. In order for you to consistently have action for that mana, stuff to do off of it, it's very important that you have flashback spells to draw through your deck. And Revelation and Cling to Dust are the best two. Revelation's really nice because it's a good card filtering spell early, and then in the late game you have so much mana you can easily pay 7 and just dig for whatever you need in the situation. And then again, I still not only like I still milling these over really consistently because you have so many has been very, very nice as well. So again, we're hoping that they Edict and that they field, and then we can Icetill. And then I'm going to Psycho Cling to play around Bowmaster. I'm thinking about picking up your Blue-Black Frog deck with Moonshot. I was wondering if you had any further thoughts on the deck since the videos. I like that deck a lot. I do think I would prefer to play Dimir Flash instead. So I think I totally do recommend playing that deck if that's what's speaking to you and that's what you want to play. If you're just looking for the best Dimir deck, I would recommend the this deck our opponent's playing right now instead. That being said, the Moonshadow deck may get better, or like Moonshadow in general gets better because there's 2 more new black cards that pay you off for playing pretty similar things. Don't actually have another land in the yard. I guess I'll play this. Could pillage here. How's the Meteor Sword deck going? We trophied our first league with it, and we've had kind of mediocre results since. I haven't played a ton. I really like that deck a lot, though. I don't think it's that bad against Boros, but it ain't that good against Boros either. All right, they've got a Swamp. They got 1 card left in their hand here. I guess I'll play this, and then we'll do a little bit of. I guess maybe I could have pillaged first for another Coffers too. Let's cast Pillage, see if all we find is a Thoughtseize to clear the way for the Leveler. No, we find another I think I'll just take another Coffers. I have a bunch of flashback spells in my yard. Leveler is really, really hard for them to beat too. So they do have a Snapcaster Mage. I was trying to clean up their yard with the Clings. There were 2 Thoughtseizes there. I mean, I think I'm still taking Coffers, but I didn't even realize. So they got 1 card in their hand here. I think I'm okay if am I okay if the Onyx gets countered? I guess that might depend on if I have Takenuma still in my deck. Looks like I do. Subtlety's fine, yeah. Maybe I'm overestimating how much mana I have. Guess a little bit I am, actually. Maybe I just unearth the Leveler and escape Cling? Sure. I think I'm going to Cling for life, which is funny. Just pass, though. Is that a point for Emrakul? Yes, it's like 4-0 Emrakul. +3 mana off the Delta. See if they top deck the counterspell. I guess we cast Explore before we activate the other Coffers. She's very cool. I'll give you all that. I think we're gonna win the game with her this turn. Yeah, another coffers is the best thing to get here. What if they have consign? I mean that is like seems like the only reason to play Professor Onyx over Emrakul is what if they have consign. So far, it does not seem like that's enough of a reason. Not once has that happened or been relevant, and consign is still good against us too. It is very cool though. Like she's not bad in the deck. I just think Emrakul is better. Okay, you know what? So they had subtlety last turn. They had consign this turn. 1 point for Professor Onyx, huh? Although we would have cast Emrakul. It's a little bit weird because the same card would have been better still overall this game. But the consign seems kind of to be the only thing about Professor, which is not irrelevant for sure. Just not the only thing. And very cool that you could just play to do this. I mean, maybe she is right. Not the biggest sample size still. Yeah, GG's from. That was a cool game. It's probably easier to cast against Harbinger because you need to have both swamps in play, right? Maybe I'm missing something. Okay, we're on the play against a Devourer of Destiny. I haven't loved these matchups, but they definitely can. Like, we played one game against Tron where we were really ahead, and then... Okay, they don't have an Ugin Slab. I guess I'll take the K command. We played one game against them where we were really ahead and then dropped to make some changes. They get to dig really deep off the Devourer, though, so they're going to find some action. It's nice that they can't find Ugin's Lab plus Karn, right? They can only find one. My point is that if it doesn't matter which card wins the game, better if they both win the game. They're both winning the game every time they're cast. It matters how much counterplay they're running against. I think that's a fine point. They get Expedition Map, which is weird because they didn't even have the other Tron piece. I think it's a fine attitude to have with it. But still, like eventually one of them will not win the game, and you just want to play the one that is better more often. No, we're talking about Emrakul the Promised End. So they decide to crack their map instead of playing the Mindstone, which is weird when they don't have the second Tron piece. I feel like I would just play Mindstone most of the time. Actually, I guess I don't want to activate the coffers because I want to be able to hold up Edict on their turn. Sorry, Walry. I might not end up doing that, but I think it's going to be better overall. Guess we'll take the Icetill. How's the Tron matchup been? There was our first time we played it against it. We were crushing them game one, but then we scooped to like change your sideboard. Then we lost to it another time. Now this is our third time playing against it. I think we're unfavored. Is the short answer. So if they have another double land, they can devour my Icetill. Maybe I want to Karn Coating this turn. I think I'm gonna Icetill because I should just have enough mana to go Karn. I think I should just have enough mana to go Karn plus Mindslaver. I guess we'll double check. So we'll have 7 mana, 7 lands in play next turn. That's going to be 2, 7. Oh, I guess it's not enough. Okay, well, good thing we counted them. Maybe they found a K command, but they didn't get it off Devour. They got the Expedition map, right? I guess they have to have K command, though, because they didn't play the Mind Stone. Which is kind of unlucky. I think about Stadium Headliner. If you, we're playing for the trophy, but if you exclamation point card Stadium Headliner, I'll read it. I can't remember that one. Is K command literally currently my least favorite modern card? It's not my least favorite, but it is it's pretty out of bounds. I'll just say, in my opinion. All right, they put 3 on the bottom. That's good news. They have Swamp, Snow-Covered Waste, which they play Mindstone, Double Devourer, 2 mystery cards. They look at my thoughts here. They'll probably end up taking the Edict, I would imagine. Don't really care about holding this for a Revolt for Fatal Push because we have Icetill. If we found a Fatal Push, would be easy to deal with the Seer. Do I have Tid mana to Mindslaver? Mindslaver would be nice to kill their spawn tokens at the very least. Also, it's a Time Walk. So I have... This is 5 mana, 7, 5, 6, 7, and then Takenuma's 8, 9. So not quite enough. Seems like I want to go... I guess I have to activate the coffers first, but I can go activate coffers, Icetill, land, Pillage the Bog, looking for a removal spell for Thought Seer, and then kill an Eldrazi Temple. Interesting. Didn't really account for that being the other mystery card, I suppose. Guess I should have fetched in response as well. So we should be able to find a removal spell for the Seer almost all the time here. All right, so the hand is Mindstone, Swamp, Devourer, and then a new mystery card that they're top decking here. So they can play Swamp and cast Devourer. They drew Ugin's Labyrinth for turn. They do imprint the Devourer so that they can sack one less spawn token. No, I ended up cutting the Battleship. And this is a spot where Battleship would be the best, yeah, but we did cut it. You just can't play everything. We can Mindslaver this turn. I don't know how important that is. Feels like it'd be okay. I guess I do have to play the Takenuma, which is a little annoying. I think I will do it. Just get it going, you know. Just kind of think of it as like a slightly better Time Walk in this situation, which of course you'd always take. Maybe it's slightly worse. I mean, it gets the spawn token, and I can put the Devourer back into their hand also potentially. Probably not going to cast the Trinisphere. Oh, right. I guess that was worse to cast it because of the Karn, huh? Not the biggest deal. I have a Revelation and a Cling in the yard. I'm 1 mana short of redeploying the Karn here. Why give him Devour? We could pop the lab. I can't kill the lab this turn. You have to plus the Karn. Wasn't it better to coding the Devour away? Yeah, coding doesn't kill a land when it's tapped. You have to +1 the Karn. It was bad to play the Mindstone though. So their hand is Devourer, Swamp, Trinisphere, Mystery card, right? Should be 2 mystery cards. But they should have Devourer, Swamp, Trinisphere. But they just drew 2 cards. So how is this the case? What am I missing? Did I get rid of the other Devourer? I don't think I did. Devourer, Swamp, Trinisphere. I don't know. Did they just play a land real fast? I think they just played a power plant really fast before I saw. So casting the Trinisphere. No, they already played the Mindstone. I didn't cross it off. Yeah, I know they sacked the Mindstone, so I was trying to figure out where the extra card for the Mindstone went was what I was mumbling. So I don't have enough mana to flashback cling, flashback cling, and loop the Mindslaver this turn. Okay, they concede to the Revelation, and we go to game 3. Or game 2, up a game. So I think it's just 3 Duress for 3 Fatal Push. They do have Fleshraker and Thoughtseize, so I feel like 1 push, 3 Edict's okay. Honestly, maybe want 1 more push. Maybe I don't want Professor Onyx. Can this go Planeswalkers? I guess it's also extra removal. Okay, yeah, we'll just keep the Onyx in. All right, 1 more game for getting our first trophy with this archetype, and also our probably first and last time playing Professor Onyx. So a nice trophy. We'll see. Maybe I'll keep her in. I guess I'll keep this, and I gotta put back the double green card with no green in my hand. I think Onyx has been good, but I think we're kind of just trying to test her to see if she's better than Emrakul. Emrakul would have been better at basically the whole league. So no Devour, no K-Command, no Mindstone. See if they have Tron. Probably do. They do have Tron. They don't have a payoff besides this Devour at the moment. Emrakul the Promised End. Kind of, I think, makes sense to Duress here. I don't think it's going to get much better because they're going to have Tron. All right. I'm planning on running Deceit Reanimator for my weekly. Any changes you're thinking? Nothing big. I think the 75 that was less posted would be good. I do like the deck a lot. So maybe they'll just play Devour here. Maybe they top deck to Karn. Maybe we'll top deck a Karn. So I have 5 mana here. Shout out the 2 mana Edict. Tithing Blade that we don't have. Don't know about the rest. Whatever. I feel like there's almost 0 chance it hits. Okay. Triple Ugin's Labyrinth, easy to remember. I think I have enough to Mindslaver next turn, not 100% sure. Devastating! Fuck, dude. Damn it. Thankfully, I'm not on a 2-turn clock here. Wasn't playing Coffers correct there? How? It's in the top of my library. Alright, so I'm going to have 3 mana post-flashback. 5 mana post-flashback. Another one. So let's plot Pillage the Bog so we can play around Thought Not Seer. The Coffers come as turn before. I thought I had also played it turn before, although I don't. I'm not gonna go. I'm not gonna think about it at the moment, but maybe I made a mistake. We'll see. They've drawn another spell. It's an expedition map. They get an wait. What did they? Oh, they haven't cracked it yet. You should play Abstergo Entertainment, by the way. Entertainment's insane. Corky gifting a sub to the Abstract Dramatic. Thank you so much. And we miss on Karn. Save me, Professor Onyx. I know Onyx has an Edict, but I guess I can. Is there a creature? Oh, so I can go minus. I can go minus to kill the Devourer, and then pass. Yeah, I'm gonna pass because they should attack me. Point for Professor. No, Emrakul would be better here. I think Emrakul would be better here, right? People are so I don't know. So you're all so blind. I don't know. Sorry about that. Abstergo Entertainment in their deck they should be playing. We have Takenuma. Emrakul's like so obviously better in this spot also. They have a spell. Thought's here? Fuck! They get a Walking Ballista. Damn it. Alright. I think we still would have lost to the Karn, probably. Going to game 3. I think if we fade that draw step, we're probably winning. Get you on the play for game 3. Mulligan. Yeah, Revelation is the key to this deck working, I agree. And they have another 7-card Devourer hand. I think that's 3 for 3. I think I gotta take... Well, are they gonna flute Karn? I mean, I guess they are. I think I gotta take it. Blue card would maybe disable their own. Yeah, maybe. But like, I have a card in my hand and they don't too. We're hoping they don't hit an Ugin's Lab off a Devourer. Okay, so they say no to a K command Trinisphere Fleshraker. They found an Eldrazi Temple to help them power out that Thought-Knot Seer, which they can play on turn 3. Should Eldrazi Trauma also play Mindslaver card board? It's been really, really good for me. I think I would recommend it. It's a great draw, so I can take the Seer. Do I have to take Karn? This whole game comes down to this decision. I think I might be able to let them have Karn, because like they're gonna play Karn. I'm gonna play Icetill. They're gonna go Karn, get Coating. I'm gonna go play Icetill. They're gonna have 5 Eldrazi mana, so they're maybe I have to take the Seer. They're stuck in 4 mana. They have a 5th mana here. I think I need this Icetill. I just can't win this game without the Icetill. You have Icetill if they take Karn? No, they're gonna. I'm not worried about them taking Karn. I'm worried about them taking Icetill. If they took Karn, I'd be thrilled, but they're gonna take the Icetill because it's the way better card here. Karn represents 2 more banger cards from the sideboard. I don't know that there are that many banger cards. Like they're gonna get Flute first, which isn't gonna do anything. I don't know what the second card is with the amount of mana they have that I'm scared of. Again, you know, I could be convinced I've made the wrong call here, but it was my call to make. Probably down to Surveil again instead of getting the Urborg. Hope we don't mill the Surveil land. I think I do want to wait on the Surveil. Like, I still is like a 5 for 1 that gives me a ton of mana. It's just, I think I need to have it here. They drew an Urza's Mine, so that means if they play their Mind Stone, they can devour my Icetill next turn. We've talked a lot about Ghost Quarter. I don't think it's that necessary, although I know we're playing against Tron right now, so it seems kind of nice, doesn't it? Although I guess my Karn turns off their Mind Stones. Really, really cool game. Yeah, exactly. The Icetill is good against the Karn Coating, and they were going to go Karn Coating. I think that we made the right decision on the Thoughtseize. Oh, no, they drew K commands? Hopefully this is them thinking they can cast Devour and they can't. Their hand right now is Mind Stone, Coating, Devour of Destiny. Ah, fuck, dude! Well, I guess that's how you lose your trophies, They didn't do anything with their card. They could have just killed the land and they didn't. Maybe we're not in the worst shape ever still. It's just so annoying. I agree it's a bad matchup, but we're a little bit unlucky for them to have top deck there, right? So if I have minus, they can plus and attack my Karn for 2. And just plus. Duress. I guess they're gonna get a battleship here or something. 2, 3, 4, 6. Yeah, no, I can bridge. They get a leveler though. They're a little ways away from casting it still. Out of surveil lands, so let's just see what we draw off the Explorer. 2 Explorers. Draw Coffers, cast Leveler. I think we bridged this turn, but yeah, we can win this game still. We could win this game still despite the K command. This isn't, we're not out of this yet. I do think we've navigated this game as well as we could. They drew the best, they drew land into K command, which is just such a nightmare. They're still 1 mana shy of leveling here. Their hand right now is Leveler, Devourer mystery card. Like, we knew the other one. Stonebraid the power points. I can't activate Stonebraid while there's a Karn in play. So the only things that are really relevant are like Mindslaver, and then so not Mindslaver, Cityscape Leveler. Technically, Flute is alive, so I could flute our own Karns. I could also flute Cityscape Leveler, which is weird because I want to get my own. So I have 7 mana. So I guess I go make them sack a Planeswalker. And then I get my own coating here. And then even if they draw land, they won't be able to leveler. But if they go land, then they can leveler. Great match. Their hand is Leveler, Devourer, 2 mystery cards. Is one of your mystery cards a Kozilek's command right now? Okay. The opponent's good psychic damage dealing. Good deal. Well played there. They play a Fleshraker, which is good here, but not the end of the world. Then they have another spell they can play. It's a Mind Stone. I think we knew about that actually, but they have to sack a spawn to play this, so this doesn't really advance them much. So their hand is Devourer, Leveler. We draw an Icetill Explorer. If I mill over exactly Cabal Coffers after playing this Urborg, then I can Mindslaver them. That would be so big. No way, dude! I do think I should go for the Mindslaver. I could wait a turn. Okay, hold on. I can Mindslaver them. Is that right though? Because I don't have another Karn activation. So they have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They have 5, 6, 7. I guess I just sorry. I guess I'll Mindslaver them. They're gonna devour my Icetill, but I think it's important to keep the Karn. Got a little ahead of myself. No way you want to unlock the artifacts. Yeah, I agree. I think we wait 1 turn. It was just I just got excited. They actually have to draw a land to Devourer. Power plant would be a problem. They drew a Trinisphere. Oh my gosh. We're going to win. We're going to win this game. I think. Okay. I think I'm going to play... I guess it doesn't really matter because I've got Urborg. So I can Professor Onyx first. I have 5 mana floating plus 5, 10, 11, 12. So I can Cling to Dust before we Mindslaver. Oh wait, no, I can't because it's Trinisphere. I think that's lethal. They got 20 life points. I can cast 10 spells this turn. Y'all are so silly. Yeah, Emrakul probably better. Maybe Professor is better this game. Actually, it's close. I keep thinking it costs 5 to activate. So I guess we could have clinged first. Okay, passing back. Sack. Can't attack. Oh, I guess, I wonder if there's a way for me to have another card in hand so I could kill the Fleshraker. I don't know. Might try it again. Seems like I should just make them sack the Seer first. Okay, we win. Imprint to kill their land. I would much rather. I'm going to kill their Tron piece. I need to make sure they can't Tron. That's the only thing. That's the only thing we care about is them Tronning. Remember, to kill a land with coating, you have to plus a card in the Great Creator. And we were going to kill their Tron piece next turn, not the lab. Let's go. All right, Liliana or Professor Onyx. Congrats on your trophy. Probably not going to be re-registering Liliana. I think Emrakul would have been better most of the time. Maybe we'll play Lily. I'll sleep on it some. I don't want to say no exactly. She was good. I don't want to say that. I disliked having her, but I think Emrakul was a little bit better overall. Yeah, but we did look at the scoreboard. Undefeated, huh? Undefeated. Very fun. All right, a good stopping point for today. Reminder, tomorrow there's Magic Online maintenance, so sadly no stream. I'm also helping a friend move. In addition to